It is time for Google Docs assignment number 3, which is about rearranging text, taking blocks of text and moving them around in a document to change their order. Sometimes you run into this situation. On Google Classroom, if you look at the assignment for the day, there are two things that are linked up here. One of them is this is an actual Google Doc that you're going to work on, the one that says number 3, rearrange text. You'll click that. Google Classroom will make a copy for you, and then you'll go to work and do the assignment with that document right there. The other one is a help page. It has some instructions on it. Quick peek at that help page. Looks like this. This is about opening the document right here, and it tells you that if you click on that link for that document, Google Classroom is going to make a copy with your name on it, and it'll get that all set up for you. I have a description of selection options. You're going to have to select bunches of text, and I know a lot, you know how to do that, but I'm going to show you some possibilities, and I'll demonstrate that. I'm not going to read that. There are a couple of ways that you can rearrange the text once you have it selected, and so I have a little bit of instruction there. And again, not going to read that, but I will demonstrate that in a minute. And then when you get all finished, you just have to turn it in. So let's hop back over here and let's go to work, shall we? Now, I'm not going to click that document right there. That's set up for students to do that. And I kind of have a different way of starting that off. So I'm just going to fire up my copy of this, and it looks exactly like what you'll be working with when you do it. Okay. So we've got these paragraphs, and again, if I use some of that dummy text generator stuff that you may have seen before or not, this text in each of these paragraphs is not English. It's not going to make any sense. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not about what it says. It's about performing the operation that we're talking about, which is putting these paragraphs in order. Now, you can tell that they're numbered, but they're all out of order. It's 8, 5, 3, paragraph 9, 1, 6, and it rolls on down 4, 2, 10, 7. So pretty obvious that the task here is to get the paragraphs in order. But there are a few things I want to show you along the way. First of all, let's just get this out of the way. I don't want anybody to think, well, I know what I'll do. I'll just come along here and I'll take paragraph 8 and I'll just change that to paragraph 1, and so that takes care of that. No, if you do that, you're going to get a 0 on the assignment. So I wouldn't bother to do that if I were you. I'm going to switch that back. That's not what the assignment is about, and the assignment is not hard anyway. And yes, I'll know the difference because I kind of remember like the basic length of these paragraphs that I created in this document. So let's not cheat it. All right, there's no reason to cheat it. All right, so let's go to work on this. The first thing we're going to have to do is get paragraph 1, which I found right here. I'm going to have to get it up to the top. All right. Well, now this is where we get into selecting options. There are a number of ways, and you probably know. And if you're working on a Chromebook, it's a little bit different than if you're working on a desktop computer. But one of the things you can do is kind of click and drag or use your finger or whatever, to press the screen and drag and do it like that. I'm using a mouse right now, but you can use a stylus on your Chromebook. You can use your finger on your Chromebook. That's one way to do it. Somehow click right there, drag down, and you got it. Now, here's another way you can select it, and sometimes on a Chromebook, this is not a terrible way to do it. Get the cursor, the blinking cursor right by the P in paragraph 1. Hold the Shift key on your keyboard and hit the down arrow. Down, 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 and do that. Hold Shift, press the down arrow, tap, 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 and that selects as well. And this is where we get into some people knew that, and other people say, well, gosh, I never knew that. So if you hold the Shift key and you use your arrows, you can select things, and that's what we have to do, is we have to select things. Here's another way you can do this. You can triple click, and I would guess on a Chromebook you can probably triple tap on the screen, or maybe triple tap on the touchpad. Click, click, click. I'm doing it with a mouse, but I'll bet you can do it with a Chromebook. You tap, tap, tap you just get the cursor in there anywhere. It doesn't matter where. Just get it in there. Tap, click, 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 or tap, tap, tap. A triple. It has to be fairly fast. But a triple click will select that entire paragraph. Here's one other way I'm going to show you how to do it. You can also, if you point out here in off the page, I've got my mouse. I'm using a mouse, like I said, but you could probably do this with a stylus or even your finger probably. If you press on the screen out here, I'm off the page. I'm not even on the page. I have the mouse out here, you know, off the edge of the page. And if I click out there and drag down, that works as well. So sometimes that, you know, some people find that a little bit easier. I don't know. You do it any way you want to do it. I just, this is what I do. I show you different ways to accomplish things, and then you make the decision about, well, okay, this suits me the best, or that suits me the best, or whatever. Okay, now, so if we have it selected, what do we do then? Because we have to get this paragraph 1 up to the top. Okay, well, here's one thing, little heads up. Let's be logical about this. Let's think this through. Do you want to copy and paste? Tick tock, tick tock. Answer is no. You don't want to copy and paste. I don't want a copy of paragraph 1. I don't want 2 of them. So no, you don't want to copy and paste. But you could cut and paste, because that works a very similar way. And again, you know, a lot of you say, well, I know that. But again, there could be somebody doing this lesson that says, well, I never knew that. So if you go to the edit menu, tap the edit menu and cut right there. Now there's also a keyboard shortcut, which, by the way, folks, learn keyboard shortcuts. They speed you up so much, so much. The keyboard shortcut for cut is hold down the control key and tap the letter X. All right, so it's right there. Or you could go edit cut. Right, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut here. Let me get this reselected, because when I clicked, it got deselected. All right, so I'm going to do Control X. Now, don't panic when it disappears. All right, it looks like, I erased it. You didn't really erase it. The computer remembers it. All right, so now what we got to do is move the cursor, the insertion point, that black little vertical bar. Got to put it up here at the top, and we're going to paste. All right, so it's cut and paste. It's not copy and paste, but it's cut and paste. So that's edit paste, or keyboard shortcut Control V. All right, that's possible as well. All right, so let's paste that. Boom. And paragraph 1 is at the top. Now here's something that I'm going to give you a heads up, and I want you to be aware of. On this assignment, if you do your cut and paste, or you move the paragraphs around or whatever, I'm going to show you another way here in a second. And it winds up looking like it does right here, where the end of paragraph 1 is here, and then the P of paragraph 8 is right below the end of paragraph 1. That's a little crowded. On this assignment, I don't want that. I want you to leave just one empty line in between each paragraph. So if that happens, I would need to get to the right next to the P in paragraph 8 right now. It's going to change in a minute. But I would get to the P in paragraph 8 and press enter one time to leave just one empty line. Now don't make it, we don't want it to look like that. I don't want like 5 empty lines in there. No, 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 no. Part of the assignment today is spacing, even proper spacing. So, oops, one empty line in between. Okay, well, let's go to work. Let's look at something else here. I'm going to go find paragraph 2, which is way down here. So again, you have to select it, right? That's part of it. Make the sound effects. It's more fun. Now here's another way you can do the moving part. I showed you cut and paste, right? Control X and then Control V, or edit, cut, edit, paste. But you can also do this. If you have it selected, you can just take, and again, if you're using a Chromebook, you can probably do it with the, and I don't know how tricky it is to do it with a touchpad. I don't do that much on a Chromebook. But you can try the touchpad, or try the touch screen, or use a stylus. You can just click on the paragraph and just start dragging up. And you know, if you get up to like the top edge of the screen, just keep dragging. And there's a kind of a blue insertion point there, and I'll drop it right in there. Okay, I'm going to put that blue insertion point right in there. And I'm using a mouse, so I've been holding the mouse button down the whole time. And when I let go, boom. Oh, look at that. So that was drag and drop. That wasn't cut and paste. That was drag and drop. All right. Now, remember what I said, that this is too close. This paragraph 2 is too close to paragraph 1, so I'm going to go right there and press enter. Well, now we're going to pick up speed a little bit. We're going to get this thing done. Paragraph 3 is right here. I'll get that selected. And I'm just going to use that drag and drop method. I'll click and I'm going to drag up here, let that scroll up. And I'm going to stick it in there, boom, and drop it in. That's drag and drop. You could do cut and paste if you'd rather. That's too close to paragraph 2. Boom, let's do that. All right. Hey, we're on a roll now. You're starting to get this, right? You're going to take paragraph 4. This time, just for kicks and giggles, Control X for cut. Roll it on up. Let's go here and paste. Paragraph 4 is in place, but it's too close. Don't leave them that close together. Enter one time there to get some space. All right, let's get paragraph 5 into place. I'll just do a drag and drop right there and press enter to give the spacing that it needs. Let's get paragraph 6. I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I know you get it now. I'm going to do a cut. And I'm going to press enter there so I can paste. And then I'll press enter right there. Now, paragraph 6 jumped down to the second page the way mine turned out. That's okay. It looks like there's a lot of space right there, but that's okay. It jumped down to page 2. That's fine. Okay. Let's get paragraph 7. I'm going to cut that, Control X. Pop right in here, paste that, Control V. Make sure I got my spacing. Oh, look, this worked out. But there is a problem here with paragraph 8. That's too much space. Don't leave extra space. Going to lose some points. And this is all going to sort itself out at the end. Look, so I'm going to hit backspace, and I think that's the way it should be. Now look, oh, this worked out. Paragraph 9 is now in the right place because I've been putting everything else in its proper place. So these are going to fall into place. Backspace, 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 and now we're good. So if you go backspace one too many times, ooh, too close. So you press enter. And then paragraph 10 is in the right order, but we need to go backspace, 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 backspace. Got it. So here's what it ought to look like when it's all done. They're nice and evenly spaced. They are in the right order. They are all good. Everybody's happy. So when you get that done, up here on yours, up here on the top right hand side, there should be a turn in button up there. There's not one on mine because I'm a teacher and it does it different for me. But you'll have a turn in button up on the top right hand side, and really all you got to do is just click that turn in button. And this is the mission of the day. All right. Well, it's your turn. Have a good day. Off you go.